Hello, my name is John Ratzlaff, and this is for FT 217 Modern Sporting Rifle. Today is January 11th, and this is for SDI schoolwork. Going to be going over four parts with you today. Part one, really quick, is going to be reflecting on our guidance that we've received in lectures in the course throughout the week. Definitely some good ones in week 6, also accredited to this week as well, but analyze instrument trigger work and is it necessary or should be performed when it should not. So it should not be performed in any like home defense, duty weapon, or anything like that. It's very important that that trigger stays more or less within that mil spec. There's just less things to go wrong within that system itself. If you're doing competitions, things like that, yeah, you're definitely going to want to change that out, maybe to a little bit more crisp of a trigger. And I would always go with an actual trigger company and a drop-in trigger. Just going to make things just more reliable, and you know that they're going to work. Problems that can occur when people honestly are manipulating triggers or setting triggers too low is you can make that trigger really soft, but at the same time you're sacrificing the safety aspect. So anytime we like do like a drop test or anything like that with the side of like a hammer and a firearm, biggest thing is that is probably going to go off if you don't know how to adjust it to its lowest scale and back it off some. Something that should not be done, honestly, period. Also, like clipping springs, things like that, kind of constitutes into our next question, but you want to avoid clipping any springs. You want to avoid taking out any extra material. All those things are prone to failure, or if it's not designed in a specific way, you just don't need to alter it. So part two on this is following the guidance that we received to perform just a detailed inspection of your AR and just say what you're looking for. So right here, I do have this weapon pointed in a safe direction. There's no magazine feed source, but we're going to go ahead and clear it. All right, so I'm going to do visual, nothing in there, and I'm also going to do the visual check. Point in a safe direction. I'm just going to ride this bolt forward. All right, so biggest thing that I'm going to be looking at, honestly, for one, is first thing I do when I get is I'm going to do exactly what I just showed you. We want to make sure that the weapon is clear, it's pointed in a safe direction, all that. So, and maintain a safe direction. Always treat it as if it is loaded. But biggest thing we're going to be looking for is that the weapon's cleared. Doing a detailed assembly, more or less. You really want to break things down. Look for any visible damage on the outside. Has it been dropped? Is there a big chip in it? Is something bent? And then you can just go ahead and pull everything apart. Just using this one as an example here, but I'm gonna go ahead, go over your charging handle. You want to look over your bolt, disassemble your bolt. You can do a few different things here, checking your head space for your bolt, or I'm sorry, not your bolt, your firing pin. You can break that down, look at any pieces for any damage. And then more or less kind of what's equating to this week, especially with triggers and stuff, is you're wanting to inspect and like perform a functions check on the rifle just to make sure everything works. And then at that point, you're going to wind up trying to look for any kind of defects. I mean, obviously this gun is brand new. It doesn't have any defects as of now that I have found. I've shot it probably about 30 rounds through it. But you're going to be checking for springs. You really want to check, like I said, that functions check. That's going to be very important. And honestly, you can do that truthfully right after you clear the weapon, just to check that really quick. Just knock that off the list of things to look for. But I guess it's a little bit different too when you actually have a weapon that you'd set up versus like your friend bringing something in. He might have pieced it together. It might have been something he bought at like Sportsman's Warehouse or something like that the day before, or he's never made any modifications to it. But just a few things like that just to look for. Honestly, a few just technical things, maybe with the trigger, but just common sense wise, just go over the weapon like everything we've learned so far in this course. Number 4 is just articulating what I believe will be the easiest and most difficult parts of making repairs. So biggest thing with that is you really want to kind of maybe pick something that you really like, or stick with something maybe that if you're expanding. Um, if you want to learn everything with it, that's fine. But just uh, I don't know. I guess for me is I don't mind changing things out. I don't mind having the weapon kind of more of a stockish look, as you might say. But when it comes to replacing certain things, I guess I don't have anything that I wouldn't replace, to be completely honest. But yeah, probably the most difficult though part would be making repairs. Kind of goes back maybe to something else with cosmetic stuff. That honestly probably would be the most difficult thing for me. Everything else I feel pretty confident in, just on the mechanics portion. So, um, yeah, I appreciate it. Thank you very much. Bye.